the first episode of Ada's Diaries. My name is Ada Adetunji and I am the host of the channel. In today's episode, I will help you unlearn things, stuff you think you know about the military, which aren't particularly true, or should I say entirely true. Oh yes, and this would actually guide how you flow or how you converse with the military personnel or people related to the military personnel, so as not to come across to them as insensitive. Okay, if you will be interested to learn more about all these things, why don't you stay on the channel? Then I'll be right back. I'm back, and we're going to be busting some myths about the military. Okay, so actually, I respect the opinions of all the people I met regarding this episode. The opinions we form actually could have been as a result of direct experiences or shared experiences with people, or it could have even been something you've watched or seen, over the net. And what I did with the points was also to sample a couple of opinions, and the result is what I'm about to share with you guys now. So let's dive right into it. Okay, so the first point here is military spouses are jobless. This is actually funny because the guy that gave me this point is family, and I quote him, all military spouses are jobless, and he was looking at me direct into my eyes, my own brother, telling me that they are jobless. I kept asking, all you mean, or what do you mean by all? I think when he got himself, he now said, okay, most of them are actually jobless. What I did was also to meet a couple of persons, regarding what resonates with them, what they think about it, and then the poll came out that most military spouses are jobless. So by spouses, we mean husbands to female officers and wives to male officers. Do you understand? So both the wives and the husbands to the military personnel. I mean, you're looking into my tired eyes and you're telling me that we are completely jobless. That is entirely not true. Okay, so we have people that do 9 to 5. We have professionals, doctors, pharmacists, nurses. We have teachers. We have traders, and we have business gurus. So we have skilled workers, and we have housewives. I would categorically not put housewives as jobless, because it is an all-round work. They don't get tired. Okay, so I'm just trying to say that what is true about is few of the military spouses don't have a job. Just few. Most of them work. So it must not be government work. It must not be, you know what I mean, right? Okay, so most of them are really industrious. And by the way, I'm a retired farmer. Hello. I said, yes, I'm a retired farmer. So we have farmers. We'll have a lot of them all around. So it is not entirely true that we are all jobless. No, we do one or two things together to put body, mind, and spirit together. That is what the truth is. Moving on to the next point. Say military spouses are unfaithful, and this is general. When it came back from the opinions I sampled, it came out as most military spouses, be it the wives or the husbands, are unfaithful. And I mean, this is sad because we're dealing with different things. I mean, we're dealing with a lot. Most people are traumatized. Most people are passing through pressures from work. Some are facing tantrums from their children. Others are fighting wars. You know what I mean? So cheating shouldn't be something you group together. It's according to every individual. Yes, because I see cheating as an act carried out by an irresponsible person who lacks moral values and also lacks self-discipline. So I mean, it's just like coming to say all Yoruba spouses, all Yoruba wives are arrogant. Hello, am I arrogant? I mean, so cut off some slacks, please. In as much as I understand that we have the bad, the evil, the rotten ones, there are some pretty good ones in here. So not everybody is promiscuous. Promiscuity is according to different individuals, right? So we all end unfaithful. All right, so that's just what it is. It is what it is. Yeah. Okay, so that is it about that. Moving on to the next point. Say military houses and the housing are free. So if it's free, duh, like, so if government decides to, okay, say that these guys are fighting this war, doing all this sort, that their family should relax and be taken care of, is it a bad thing? Is it a big deal? It's not a big deal. Anyways, that also is not entirely true. So in the military, you have ratings for the navy, you have soldiers, recruited soldiers, you have the regular officers, you have commissioned officers, and so have you. So for this ratings, recruited soldiers, yes, there's are actually free. But for the officers, um, the word here is it's subsidized. It actually comes to them at a low cost, being cut from their salaries. But yeah, it's being cut from their salaries. But if the government decides that they want to be giving houses free out without my chest, full chest, I will accept that. So it's not actually true that we're staying in free houses, but somehow, yes, for some people. But that's not a big deal after all. Okay, so moving on to the next, used to deployment. We're used to deployment, posting from here to another place. Guys, nobody gets used to that ish. Nobody. And when I say nobody, I mean nobody. You can't tell me that I'm used to not having my husband around. You think when everyone is shouting weather for two, weather for two, weather for two, I don't like shouting weather for two. Or you think I like dealing with emergencies alone. I can categorically mention how many times I've had to drive in a very lonely path to hospitals, driving children to hospitals, taking care of children, having to deal with tantrums alone. You know how many times I've had to carry my pregnancies alone? Hello, we don't get used to these things. I mean, it's different from you separating it from a husband, in the civil world, where your husband maybe goes for this trip, a vacation, or goes fishing, or remind me, or the uncertainty here that you're going to see your husband again alive, the chance is very slim. I mean, you don't know what the culture is like where he's going. You don't know the set of people he's going to meet. You don't know the kind of food he wants to start eating. You don't know if he'll be home to you sane, healthy, without traumas here and there. So nobody gets used to deployment here in the military. So it is what it is, right? Moving on to the next point. Someone says, I mean, this one actually got me super emotional. Someone said the war is over, like, and in this category I wanted to know what the person actually meant, and they went all over and over again to say there is nothing like Boko Haram, it is political, it is this, it is that. I didn't respond really, but when people are confidently saying this, the only advice I would drop is, the cliche prayer points, everyone is praying for long life and prosperity. Guys, whenever you want to say that your prayer, please put the military guys in your prayers. These guys are fighting wars that you are not seeing. I mean, I've worn the shoes, I'm here, I've faced it all. The trauma is not something I wish for my enemy. Yeah, people are dying, they are recording successes, they are recording losses. You cannot just be in the confines of your home and form an opinion about these guys that puts everything on hold to go and face the battles. I mean, one of the episodes I will be dropping, my trip to Maiduguri, my trip to Northeast, and I will also be sharing some of my experiences, particularly during that time when my husband was there. I was pregnant, and It's not something I wish for an enemy, so the war is still ongoing. Are these guys fighting the war? Yes. Are they winning? Yes. Are they losing to an extent? I'll say yes. As in, it's a couple of mixed things. You fight wars, you win some, you lose some, but then people are putting their life so spirit into securing the safety and peace of this nation. Let's even imagine that Nigeria is peaceful 150%. There are neighboring nations that need help. So these guys also go for peacekeeping, and all of that. So if you're here and if you're listening to me, if you're watching this and you have that mindset about the military, that they're just there chopping Nigerian money, please just take that off your mind ASAP. All right, so the war is not over. We keep praying for them. God will keep protecting them and they'll keep winning, right? Okay, so moving on to the next point. This one is actually funny because I even told my friend I was going to call him out. Like, it's about homecomings. So homecomings is when you have your spouse come back to the house and all of that. So a couple of times people equate homecomings to dramatics. Hello, it's actually as tough as fighting a war because you're fighting with your mind, you're fighting with putting things together, you're fighting with lots of anxiety. I mean, this guy would have been away for a long time, would have met a couple of persons that have influenced his likes, his taste buds, different culture, different orientation, and they're coming back. This guy would have been traumatized by a lot of things. I remember when my husband lost his very close friend, and he said he was coming, and I was all about trying to gist him about the pressures at work and all of that. And when he came back, the pieces I met was something I had to start fixing together, start talking to his psyche, it was a lot of burden on me. It is pretty expensive when they're coming back because you need to look your best, as in your hair, wear nice outfit, lingerie, all of that, cook good meals, make the children look good, stock up the house. If you are used to, okay, this week we're going to manage so that I'll save some money, that's where all the money goes in, so it's quite a lot, really. It's not as you guys think it. So if you are that person, whether a friend or family, that think that whenever these guys come home, it's all about knacking. I didn't even talk about the number of lubricants you have to buy. Whether you're in the mood or you're not in the mood, you have to be in the mood. All of these things, you have to prep the mind, have to prep the body, you have to prep the soul, all of this don't come easy. So homecoming doesn't really equate mathematics. It has a couple of things ongoing. So if you have a friend, you have a sister, you have a family actually that tells you that their spouses are going to be back, please, instead of going on and on and asking, I have a silly friend that keeps asking me, hope your waist did not break, hope you're feeling fine, hope you're not pregnant, a lot of things. Just give them a hug, give them money, buy them gifts, buy your friends. Your friends are going through a lot. Okay, so I've pretty much touched some points that people actually shared with me. So the poll is also open. If you have things you wish or you think you can reach out in the comment section. And meanwhile, you wouldn't want to miss the next episode, which talks about lifestyle health 101, how to cope with stress. We're in this part of Nigeria that the environment alone is stressful. We want to look for better ways to have fun, still have our minds together. We'll be talking about all this in the next episode. You wouldn't want to miss it. So if you are a returning subscriber, this is me saying with all my chest, I love you. And if you are new on this channel, welcome, and feel free to subscribe. click on the button, share with your friends, like this video, share the videos, and click on the notification button so you get notified as soon as the next episode drops. So this is what we have today. Till next time, I still remain your girl, Ada Adetunji. Thanks for staying tuned. Thanks for watching all through. Thank you. Love you all.